it would definitely be considered a cold case.
14 years Matt Hearon's waited on answers.
My mind has gone 100 different ways. Anytime, of course, with all the hope we have of finding them, anytime we hear something, you start to believe it.
His brother Andy endures the same.
Your mind's just going over so many different things, and you have so many different ideas and just so many questions that you just want answered.
All this started on August 23rd, 2008, on this road in Happy Valley.
Bell Branch is just a really small road, single lane. It borders the national park. It's sort of back in the corner, so it's really secluded and away from everything.
At the end, a second home for Mike Hearon. He loved fishing, off-roading, and hiking. It was the perfect place.
He called me Saturday morning just to kind of let me know he was going to head up over the mountain for the weekend. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Mike's only plan was to mow, but come Monday morning, nobody had heard from him.
I was starting to worry when we were driving up there, just because the whole fact that we were having to drive up there, it was just odd,
Inside the home, nothing was out of place. Inside Mike's unlocked car, his keys and wallet laid on the dash. The mower, not touched. Something was wrong.
Blount
That
County
was the first call, then immediately to Blount County Sheriff's Department. And then within probably an hour or two, they had met us over at his house.
We were called out to his house. I remember it was raining.
That was the first problem.
If there is any evidence, it could be washed away.
One lead, the incident report said an ATV was missing from the property.
That's where the old one was parked, right there.
Investigators thought if they find the four-wheeler, they find Mike.
Got everybody together on Tuesday morning very early, and that's when we were doing the grid searches and all of that. And Tuesday, I think, around lunchtime is when they had found the four-wheeler.
Detectives found the ATV sideways.
It was just really oddly placed. Didn't really find a whole lot of evidence, just some tracks.
The ATV had keys in the ignition and kill switch off.
We grew up riding four-wheelers and dirt bikes. Me and my brother did, and my dad, and all of us did. And, when you turn something off, that has an ignition switch and a key, you turn the key off or it'll drain the battery, the lights and stuff.
But since that troubling discovery 14 years ago, nothing.
We get leads, we get tips, and we follow up on all them. We just, we get tips up until like a couple months ago we had tips and we followed up on it.
14 years these sons have waited.
Thought of a lot of different details, but there's no point in going there because it's just unknown.
We don't believe, there's not any scenario that I've ran to believe that he's still be alive. I believe that he's dead.
But without answers, this wondering continues.
No, it's hard to believe it's been 14 years. I'm just proud we've all made it through.